So I'm back with another book that I'm gonna destroy. And it's a little bit funny because I was gonna put this project in my Creepy Crafts book that I made. That's right, I came out with a Creepy Crafts book and you can pre-order it. Links in my bio. Anyways, it's a little bit funny to have a book about destroying a book inside of a book. I don't know what you would call that, like book cannibalism. But that's not why it didn't make the cut into my Creepy Crafts book. No. It's because I already had a book destroying project inside my Creepy Crafts book. Am I making sense? I feel like I'm talking gibberish. Anyways, all you need to know is that I destroy books. And I know some people have feelings about that. But you know what? I don't care about your feeling. Okay, I kind of care about I care about your feelings. Stop it. What I meant was, I don't care about your feelings if they're about me destroying books to make art. Or if you're grossed out about my nails. That's another comment I get. You know what? I have art nails and they have dirt in them. And usually that dirt is paint, okay? Anyways, we're getting off topic again. Also, I should mention, trigger warning, there's gonna be teeth in a minute. I know some people have feelings about teeth and I do respect that feeling. Anyways, so back to this book that I'm destroying. If you noticed, I weathered it, made it look like it was in the weather, I guess. Is that what that means? Or is it withered? I withered it. And then I cut out this mouth shape in the middle. And now I'm gluing teeth in. And because I know you guys, you're gonna tell me that this looks like a mimic. And you know what? I'm on board. I don't know much about mimics because I don't play D&D. As much as I would love to play D&D, I have extreme social anxiety about joining a group of people that I don't know for D&D. And unfortunately, I don't think you can play D&D with just your husband. Anyways, enough about my crippling social anxiety. Let's get back to this book. Could you imagine if you were reading a book and all of a sudden it grew teeth and like ate your face off? I assume that's what books want to do, unless you get a chatty book and it just wants to talk, which, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it depends on its personality. I assume this book has like a sassy personality, but like not in a good way. Like, it makes bad ideas sound like good ideas because it's been sitting on a shelf forever and it's probably bored. So its only form of entertainment is chaos and whoever picks it up's life. I mean, sure, you could donate it, but I think people would be freaked out by the teeth. Oh, and the fact that it talks. Oh, by the way, this magic mod is awesome for making things look wet, like for the inside of mouths. Although it does ruin paintbrushes, so be careful. Hey, look at that, I'm done. What do you guys think? Oh, so if you decide to make a tooth book, a mouth book, a mimic book, whatever, you could display it one of two ways, like this, or if you're feeling more scandalous, you could display it like this. Personally, I find the other way more scary, but that's just me. What do you guys think? Look, if you're a book lover, you might want to skip this one because I'm about to destroy this book. I mean, sort of. I'm gonna make it into a haunted hidey hole, but first I have to cut a hole for the haunted hidiness to hide in. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, here's my hole. Now I have to cut a hole out behind that hole, and then I have to cut a hole on top of that hole. Holy cow, this video is full of holes. That usually doesn't happen until I get to the story where all the plot holes happen. Oh look, and here's my holing device to make a smaller hole above my big hole. I promise, all these holes will make sense in a moment. See, look at all those holes, so many holes. And now my desk is full of holes. Although that technically isn't true. Actually, what would you call those? I would more call them paper turds. All right, my desk is full of paper turds. Anyway, so to the purpose of these holes, I strung lights through them. That's right, not only is my hole gonna be lit, but also the back of my hole is gonna be lit. It's a backlit hole and it's very ugly, but that's okay. It's the back. Nobody sees it. But now we're going to need some shelving inside our hole, which reminds me, have I told you what we're making yet? Well, I saw a lot of people comment that they wanted a haunted library, and what better place to put a haunted library than inside a book? I mean, it's highly likely that this book is going to haunt me for destroying it and putting a bunch of holes in it. But you know what? Maybe it'll thank me. Maybe it's always wanted to be a haunted hidey hole, and I'm just making its hidey hole dreams come true. I don't know. Anyways, so I think the only criteria to be a library is shelving and books. So I designed covers for a whole bunch of books, including some books about circle windows. Okay, but the process of making books is really boring, so I'm just gonna speed it up with these handy dandy transitions. Okay, I think it's time to get to the story of this haunted hidey hole book. So here's what I'm thinking. So there's this librarian named, I don't know, Mara. Anyway, so Mara, she works at the local library. And one day she was in the back room building a fort out of books, as librarians do, I assume. And she came across this weird bookshelf. that she had never seen before, which is weird because she is the librarian there and she should know all the bookshelves. So she used her librarian ladder to get up to the bookshelf to see what was on there. And it turned out to be a portal to another library that was exactly like hers, only abandoned and dusty. And curiosity got the better of her, so she entered because, I mean, look, who wouldn't go in? You don't know what's in there. There could be circle windows or candy, because nothing bad ever happens when you enter a strange portal, especially in Hollywood. I mean, just think of Coraline. Wait, no. Oh, Alice in Wonderland, sort of. Okay, maybe not really. Oh, what about Terra Nova? I mean, only some of them died, right? Okay, what about Lion Witch in the Wardrobe? Actually, I don't know that story. Did it turn out good? I mean, unless the lion eats them. Okay, so maybe no movies come to mind, but it probably happened. Anyway, so back to the story. Mara enters the abandoned library portal, and it's full of all the books that never got written. No, wait. It's full of all the books that people have forgotten. Yeah, that's it. Lost literature? Is that a thing? Ooh, maybe it's called the Lost Library. And if you're lucky, you can find a portal in every library to the Lost Library. But you have to be careful because the ghosts of the forgotten authors are usually there. And if they catch you, the only way to get away is to read all their books, because then they won't be forgotten authors anymore. Thus, they won't exist in the forgotten library. And that could take forever, especially because there's no food or water in the Lost Library, and you would die of starvation and thirst before you could read all the books. Which is why the skulls are there? I don't know. Anyways, Mara was never heard from again. The end. What do you guys think? Okay, I feel like the story could use some help, but what did you think of the art? Okay, maybe don't look at the back, but the front looks okay, right? Are you disturbed that I destroyed a book? Like, I gave you warning in the beginning. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye. Hey, what you doing? Because I'm making a tiny painting. And you know, I'd really like it if you looked, but you don't have to. Don't feel like you have to. Actually, now I kind of feel bad about asking you to look. Like, don't look at my painting now. God, I'm so stupid. Why would I say that? Of course I want you to look at my painting, but now I scared you all away. Unless, are you still here? Hey, are you still here? All right, if you're still here, I welcome you. And I'm sorry about that other stuff before. I just get excited. Look at my tiny painting. I've been really into painting houses lately. I've done big houses, I've done medium houses, and now it's time for a tiny house. Oh my God, have you seen that show, Tiny House? Where people live in like a shipping container, but they make it all gorgeous and amazing? Like, them some nice houses. But I think I like my stuff too much. I know we're not supposed to like our stuff, and we're supposed to like symbolize our life or something, but I like my stuff. And I got some big stuff. I don't care how nice it is and how many cabinets you put in that house. It's not gonna fit. And I swear to you, some of these families have like 7 kids and 3 dogs and a bird. All these kids hit puberty and need to use the bathroom. And their bathroom is literally a toilet and a closet with a shower head. I think that's called dual spaces. I don't know. I call it stupid. I just wonder how long these people actually live in these houses before they're like, yeah, I'm done. We filmed the show. I tried it out for a week and I didn't realize my 7 children had smelly feet. But now I know. I would bet like 90% of them. I mean, of course you're gonna get that one like weirdo that's like, oh, I love this. It's great. I hate my personal space. And I love the smell of BO because we have to alternate shower months. Because most of these houses are off the grid, so they're like living off of rainwater. There's not enough rainwater to shower 7 kids every day or even every week. I'm just glad we haven't invented smell-o-vision because this show would smell terrible. And you know they're all sharing one deodorant stick because there's no room for 7 of them. But I mean, they are nice houses. I couldn't do it. And I don't even have 7 children and 3 dogs and a bird. But hey, that's me. Could you live in a tiny house? Anyways, how do you like my tiny house? Oh, hey, remember my tiny house painting? Well, it's time I made it a mate. And this time I'm doing a wishing well. Or would it just be a water well? I don't know. I guess a wishing well would be more decorative and a water well would be more practical and useful. I mean, as long as it's not haunted. If Hollywood has taught me anything, it's that most wells are haunted. So basically, if you buy a property that has a well on it that looks like this, you might as well just cap it off now. It'll save you the trouble of all these women crawling out of it and terrorizing your family. Also, on that note, why is it always women? Somehow as a society, we've decided that only women haunt a well. And furthermore, how do these wells keep getting haunted? I mean, I get it, somebody fell down it, but maybe there should be precautions, like a smaller hole. I mean, the big hole seems problematic as it is. Animals can get inside it. A bird could go poop in it. I'm not drinking that water. Maybe I don't know how wells work, but that little roof on top is not keeping a bird from pooping in that well. And I don't want to drink poop water. And that's not even taking into account that this seems like a breeding ground for mold. I don't know, it just seems very unsanitary. I could be wrong. Maybe haunted, moldy poop water is actually the fountain of youth or the cure for cancer. I wouldn't know because if I found a well on my property, I'm filling that sucker in. I'm not about to risk being haunted. Anyways, what do you think of my well?